Hello, YouTube. I would have to say my favorite line that's adjacent from back in the day, that's very adjacent and very phenomenal, that's not very common for you to see and spread apart, is that one line for the Squidbillies that God is rad, he's riding a skateboard. Okay, so this is a very phenomenal, this is a very inspirational, it's a very informative video of the most cause. And what this is the inevitable video that you've all been waiting for at least 4 years. Okay, so before I continue, I have to, registrate that, there are, some minor mistakes if it wasn't for the filter. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, so, with that being said, okay, this is a legendary video of why you're going to see in a minute. Oh. Yes! Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry, I really messed up. But we will restart that because you know why. Okay. I'm sorry. 5 minutes. I still made a mistake inside out. Woohoo! Oh God. Just making sure. Just making sure. Thank you, Sony, for 30 years of entertainment. Okay, so with that being said, to add on to this video, my favorite game system is PlayStation, not Xbox. Just to let you know my personality when it comes to this video and you know how elaborate it is. Okay, so now let's get to the second part where we F up in order to add the soundtrack. Now, what is the name of this legendary video before I go into detail? This is how I changed my name from RizAniki to Moodtrix. Okay, everybody get in tune. Please, YouTube, don't copyright me now.
Slow roasted chicken is unmatched, and the best part is it just tastes amazing. The slow roasted chicken is always the best part. This is really good. Make you guys go try the Cantina chicken tacos.
Okay, so my name is RizAniki. You know, the former name of my channel for YouTube that I've had for 16 years, that's over a sophomore years of age, means a lot to me. Okay, I have a lot of analytical thoughts, a lot of analytical, beings that I hang out with. I have, a whole lot of friends, a long line of captivity and a whole line of creativity to keep me going with my craft and membership. When it comes to all my sports, when it comes to all my games, when it comes to all my intuitives, when it comes to this thing called 4 letters LIFE. Okay, so my name is RizAniki, and I was born in Fremont, California, and the first name that I had for YouTube was RizAniki, and it was primarily based off Kamina from Gurren Lagann, but it originated from my cousins and everybody in Boy Scouts called me Riz, like Eris, Riz. And then Aniki came from Girl again, but they kept on calling him Aniki. And shout out to Frankie, the voice actor Frankie from One Piece in Japan died. He was also called Aniki for a long time. He had very vocal inflection. And the thing I love, about my career is this is me, this is the adjacent me where I go into society where I create, one block like Nelly in order, block a gangster off guard. So this is a true professional video because, my original name was about the deviant, art community when I had the A and B called Miss Independent. And what Miss Independent is and what it does is a compilation of, everything I loved back in Not Blaze, loved when I was younger. So back then it was just, RizAniki and Not Blaze. So, continuing on, Miss Independent carried great things. But as Jay-Z, because I was an A and B fanatic, let's just think, I love anime. My second favorite anime of all time is, Dragon Ball Z, R.I.P. Akira. Let's not go into, too much detail into that. And what this is me telling you, why I had, such, a rough journey. Not, specifically as I don't, my adult life was pretty rough. Not like my teens, but, the reason why I put, emphasis in elementary is because of things that are timeless, things that stay in your head, things that you can, have trophy for, if you do it movie scene by scene, not to hold on to a delicacy, but this is, a very, cruel video. So, the second name, Moodtrix, was when I was trying to be professional. So why did, I had this such creative name? Because RizAniki looks like a king, it got thrown off through an anime community that wasn't, accepting charisma, because when I first joined, it was all about, let's just sidetrack, what I can fit in the video. Back when I had my first, YouTube account, Haimu Kim, which my brother made, there was this thing called YouTube Poop Star coming out, and, I used to make, YouTube Poop Dodgers, YouTube Poop, Blue Dragon, and, it instantly got 100 views, and instantly got this, and that, I recognized where it was retarded, playing opposite establishment and flipping it was one of my biggest problems, and, so, when I used to make this, complaints, I think I love to make what's called A and B's. One of those A and B's is called Miss Independent. And I love, Miss Independent because, it's something that can't last through 30 because it's very lyrical. It's the remix Lily, with Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Kanye West, and I used to have this thing in 8th grade where I used to use Luke as Kanye West because he was goofy, Lily, he was a leader. Kanye West is a leader too, and older brothers like Damo, Lately are on albums like Late Registration, and this is really crazy because what this video is me telling you the inside life of me and how it built. So how did RizAniki, come into play? Well, I also told you how it was created, but it also had a big thing to do with my comic book character who's really popular called Boomer Red Dodger, literally. And I have a girlfriend in Skittles, her name is actually Alyssa. I have, at least 3 Alyssas, and that's not a bad thing. Okay, so here is the freaking truth, even Chidori Sour is an Alyssa. So let's just get this over with. When it comes to the actual criteria, it all happened while I lost a battle to a guy named Sabodu. How did RizAniki lose to Sabodu? So I picked a guy called Jalal Fernandez, from Fairy Tail. He had a tattoo on his face lately. He had blue hair lately. He thought he was all slick saying, oh, I'm just gonna, cover that guy from Ray Bastard lately, and own your shit. And how the story goes is Jalal has another half that lives in Edelos, called Mystagon. And, Mystagon is the king of the Planet Cats, and my opponent, the anime character that Sabodu chose, is Rob Lucci, literally that can turn into a leopard, a humanoid leopard. So I come from the king of the Planet Cats, basically, and he fell for my trap. And, I fell for this whole, reverse psychology, like, oh, literally, you picked the characters and you still fucking lost. I'm not sugarcoating anything in this video, because what happened was, he gave me constructive criticism, like, yo, those AMVs make no sense, you can't make profit up it. Why don't you try making a webcam video, where you can talk about anime, like how I'm doing right now, with no copyright content, literally, and get tons of money, but you have to do your research, you have to read manga, you have to do a whole lot, in order to that to flourish. And what Sabo did was he let me know every action has a reaction, and it comes down to a point where I have to change my name because of unprofessionalism, because they kept on calling AMVs retarded, and then they failed to the fact that it was a cartoon, and I got a cosplay career, later on in life where I started, dancing with real life characters, people dressing up as the characters, and I got pretty far into it, and I got multiple relationships through that thing, literally, and that's all when I was Moodtrix. When I was RizAniki, it was all crap, it was Miss Independent, I'm gonna put Soul as Lil Wayne, literally Soul Evans, literally I'm gonna do this and that, and I was my brother's favorite character. Everybody, remembers me when I was little, and it's one of the most inspirational things in my channel because it's a pure intention, and that's what separates Moodtrix. Is Moodtrix is copying, encountering a gangster strategy in order to make his way to the top like E40, and RizAniki is the pure crap that we got lyricism growing up. I'm listening to Eminem, I'm listening to D-Trump, I'm gonna kill it. My older brother, listened to Marshall Mathers LP and Slim Shady, the same thing, and what I did was I, listened to D12, and it separated me from my brother, intensely. That's why I put off my brother this year, because I wanted to show you, this was me, literally, before, I knew how to be hard, how to do this, and that, how to counter, basically. So, this right here, really is the standpoint of where I stand. So as far for when I go, literally Moodtrix came from my idea. My last name is Moody, Eris Moody, and so Moodtrix was there, in order to get professional. So what I did was I linked rappers on Instagram like Nectar Pharaoh. I put Yu-Gi-Oh, as you can clearly see, as the rapper Nectar Pharaoh, and this thing called the AMV in order to make profit. And then I got into this little canine conundrum, literally, with my mom thinking that this Japanese cartoon literally could raise profit, when we earlier had a war that we're taking other people's scripts and we don't have rights to the material, even though they were going on the exact material from the manga, literally the database like literally there's none there, literally if it's just a picture, YouTube isn't gonna copyright it, it's that and it's this shit, how it's like, okay. So where Moodtrix really gets in depth, literally, is that it gets to a point where I, prove I'm a grown man, that I'm the part of Eminem, I'm at Eminem's level, literally, but right now, it put me in a situation, strategizing to a point where somebody called out that I didn't go to community college, to a point where I didn't get anything big like a car, but I was still respected, so, to backtrack a little bit, even though I was considered a little kid at one point, I gained a big career with Platinum, like the big Platinum boys, okay? So what they did was, they put me through a trial and test, literally, when NASA separates it between two worlds, literally, so it's either I get respect from my brother, literally, or literally they're aware that I have a Sailor Moon profile, for my picture. So it's hard to say, but in actuality, Moodtrix has gone way farther. I have trophies. I have Kizaru. Literally, I have the shit that I did with Todoroki. Literally, I have so many, trophies, so many, things that show forth that I've been on adventures. It's not even funny. Okay, so I got to live my life through Toonami, in Dragon Ball Z. It really meant something. So what you're failing to realize is that this is, an epic video. And so, the biggest, indication that I was a grown-ass man was remove slime, because what I used to do is, I used to be, a form of a crip, literally, where I used to bodybuild, I used to have a box, literally, I put, one piece in the middle, like, Nelly, literally. So what happened was, after a while, literally, I turned that into a fluid build. It got more fluid over time, and remove slime is an anime character with long blue hair, literally, that is fluid. So when I was changing in the beginning, like, putting something in the middle, literally, it got to a fluid build, literally. Sorry, but literally, so, what happened was, I played a song at Domino's house, literally, that, the legendary, gang that I'm gonna say from the end of this video, literally, isn't supposed to let through. I play a song, literally, and things aren't supposed to get better, but because I remained casual, things got way better, all the way to the point where I was working at Foundation with Christopher Sabat. And literally, so the biggest indication is that I had a real slime gang with my boy Henry, and that was, really out there. And this literally skyrocketed. I also, had, another thing, a big indication that I was a voice actor of Nokia, Orange character from the series of Nods. I hope YouTube doesn't block this video. I hope, literally, because they're advertisements, not the Slow-Fi, but advertisements. So, what you have to recognize is that I was Nokia Lily, and there was also a movie where I went hand in hand with my Uncle Trozilla in West Side Story, where I split my hair in half like Future Trunks, and I was Freddie Gibson. Yeah, so there was a lot of indications that I was a grown-ass man Lily walked around, and, that Remy with slime was just on top of it. And, again, a lot, reputation, I talked to Mariah Carey recently. I saw P. Diddy earlier this year. And the whole point of Moodtrix, Lily, is I know the Matrix and now are no to remain casual. It's never to be, a bum, filled with philosophies. It's always, the best to live off of real life as possible. So, when I got to RizAniki and Moodtrix, the whole point of this video is I got jealous. I got jealous of the me in the past because the me in the past was like, oh, this was hella hard. You put this character as this character instead of, use that concept like Raven, as Raven Justice in order to, fuel the population. I like it, it got me, results. Literally got me zero, got me this and that. We have to recognize that RizAniki is a pure being, okay? So, affordable from Moodtrix, the reason why it was made, why it was very part was, I used to work hard like 50 Cent, I used to really, really go in with this country style of, behaving, because I recognize I have a gap. I recognize a gap is attracted to women because it shows that I'm a thug, but I'm not really a thug. And, so the biggest, thing that's coming up is a legendary blood gang. You know how they maybe recognize the delicacy like Uncle David, like drums playing in the backyard, like quotes from Elvis Presley, go to your yard sale, this and that. The legendary 30 for the blood gang, what they always do, how to make you understand. See how you can view life in one line? You know that build you were doing the young show when you see somebody's build after you just get done hanging out. Literally, it looks like a cool little cartoon show. Literally, when you're 30, you get to see all that shit at once, literally this and that. The legendary blood gang literally has made their plot again, and literally, and I'm awaited, in the biggest, thing, that I got, when I was Moodtrix and RizAniki was I was still pure at heart, because like I said, multiple times in the channel, how I came my Sabo was a style I expanded, because that's the Neji versus Kiramaro formula, and that's why, I reached and achieved greatness over time. I definitely have trophies, I definitely became the real thing, but it definitely got stopped at one point, literally. And you have to recognize that, when I got, crap, from Fancy Pants to the street, it made me realize a lot. I grew up a lot. Literally, I banged a lot of women. I really don't wear disguise when it comes to this. I love, how I changed and how I influenced the population, how I became Hokage, etc. I did drive up once, literally, and Chris gave me the wrong direction. Let's not go there. And I put off me and him this year, letting you know that there's a difference and that, it's really, really, really hardcore. And I was trying to make this video over 45 minutes long in order to let you know a brief summary that it's not just the haymakers that I made for this video. It's a very intuitive channel, and I hope next year is gonna be a good year. But anyway, to make a long story short, literally, this is RizAniki. Air Smoothie became Moodtrix, and I am out.